Greetings, creatures of the night, and welcome to another episode of Does It Goth. Today, we are reacting to the music video Barbwire Kiss by the band Nightclub. Now, before we get started, let's get to know the artist just a little bit, as we always do. Nightclub is an American electronic band formed by Mark Brooks, aka 3-Chord Scissor King, and Emily Kavanaugh in 2012. The band is from Los Angeles, California.
And as Tim said, we're going to be reacting to the music video for Barbwire Kiss off their album Masochist. This is the band's fourth album. It was released in March 15th, 2024. It opens with the song Gone, featuring Maynard James Keenan of Tool, A Perfect Circle, and Pussifier, if I'm saying that name right. The latter two Nightclub opened for on their 2018 and 2023 tours, respectively. This is their second album that was co-mixed by David Ogliv. Again, hope I'm saying that name correctly. The videos for Crime Scene and the one we're about to watch, Barbwire Kiss, were released in conjunction with the album. The LP also debuted at #1 on the US iTunes electronic charts upon release. So now, without any further ado, let's get into Barbwire Kiss by Nightclub. Kiss me. Look at those boots.
Yeah, I know, I love it.
Something that you don't know. I'm outside your window. You're inside my head. 'Cause I've been feeling too high lately. Need your low to save me. Lock me up again.
I like the whole thing.
The aesthetic, yeah.
Yeah.
You turned a good girl into some kind of masochist.
Album title.
Yeah, I know, right? I was just thinking that.
Hurts even more to leave you. A shame I can't resist. Barbed wire kiss. Still blood on your lips.
Okay, I dig it.
Barbed wire kiss. Trapped inside your wickedness. Barbed wire kiss. Twisting me, I deserve to hurt like this. But I need the pain of your barbed wire kiss. Me underneath the blood sky. I don't even know why you won't let me free.
Damn.
Yeah, I know, right?
Isolation. Don't want to escape it. Throw away the key. Look what you've done. You turned a good girl into
Where's Mark Brooks? Where's he?
Hurts when I come. Hurts even more to leave you. A shame I can't resist. Barbed wire kiss. Still my blood on
I like that drop.
Yeah, me too.
wire kiss.
Hits really well.
Wickedness. Barbed wire kiss. Twisting me, I deserve to hurt like this. But I need the pain of your barbed wire kiss.
Oh, is that
Crown of Thorns.
yeah, it looks more like a crown of cables. But I get it.
Or actually even barbed wire.
Right. Oh, is that Barbwire? Oh, of course it
think so.
is. What am I talking about?
Yeah.
New song. Yeah, there it is.
Definitely barbed wire.
And for some reason, it looked like coax cables to me.
Yeah. It didn't look like it at first.
Makeup on fleek.
Absolutely.
Barbed wire kiss. Still my blood on your lips. Barbed wire kiss. Trapped inside your wickedness. Barbed wire kiss. Twisting me, I deserve to hurt like this. But I need the pain of your barbed wire kiss.
The vibe is real.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. That was pretty good, actually.
That was decent. Yeah, it had a lot of good tones of like dark synth. But the feeling, because I wouldn't necessarily classify that under like your true goth electronic music. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would definitely agree to that.
It's a little bit lighter in
Yeah, definitely more poppy.
Yeah, definitely more poppy, and which is what the band seems to go for.
Yeah, they're electronic bands. So.
Yeah, which is cool. I did like the driving, like always.
The synths were good. Yeah. Musically, I very much enjoyed this one.
Yeah, it was a good song.
Yeah, and definitely that chorus, very catchy, very easy to get stuck in your head, very easy to nod your head to that. That's most likely going to be in my head for the next couple of days because that's just that is very easily an earworm. You're just going to find yourself.
Right, But you know what I'm going to ask next? What did you think of the set?
Simple white room. Not nothing, not rocket science. It is a music video that
right. It worked for what it was. Yeah. It worked for what it was. A little underwhelming when it comes to because I know
we usually like to see how many rooms can you do? How is this dressed up?
Right.
We're looking for the. I mean, this did have a pretty cool aesthetic, but we're looking for
Let me get the meat and potatoes of this production. You know what I mean? But it looks like one room in different spots they must have filmed.
Yeah.
One of the first spots is obviously a little dance floor.
And they just turned the camera 90 degrees to film the...
Right. Second spot is where she was turning around, kind of like and then the third spot must have had the cage. So, or that might have been.
I think that's where they spent their money. I think that's where they spent their money on either buying or renting that cage. Because
for real,
something tells me that's not an actual dog cage. Dog cages aren't chrome like that.
I was just thinking. I was like, some force in the world is telling me we don't use that cage for dogs.
Yeah, that's a little big for my Labrador. So.
Right, I'm feeling a specific use for that. I'm feeling a very BDSM use for that,
and I'm sure that costs a pretty penny.
It almost costs as much as her outfit. So let's talk about that for a second.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Next is costumes. What do we think about the costumes? What's your first impression?
Well, the cat suit, of course, you're never going to see me arguing against that.
Never.
The cops in crop tops, though. Or not crop tops per se, but
they did
short.
Yeah, they were a little short.
I mean, when I think crop tops, I think you have belly showing all the time. So I don't know what the technical term is for having the shirt that's just when you go arms up.
I don't know. Is that it feels
I don't know, belly shirt. I don't know. I don't know.
Right. I don't know what they're called.
Let us know in the comments what the correct term for that is, so we can be better informed.
Right. Did I like all the ski masks? No. Who am I to complain though? It was a good song. The center stage was great. She was awesome. But did I think that they did a lot? No. I think the backup dancers
kept it simple.
Yeah, it's not a nice touch.
It's not Lady Gaga. You're not going to find the intricate choreography that she's going to have, but they did the job for this video.
It's not like we're looking at a choreography that was bad per se, or amateur. It was definitely more than amateur. It was at least intermediate choreography. But again, to me, underwhelming. Am I here to harp on backup dancers? No. Am I here to say that they complimented her well? She definitely took the stage
Absolutely.
The entire time. I could look back and say what backup dancers, because she took the stage most of the time. I do believe that she and her costume was so polar opposite of her backup dancers that you really couldn't take your eyes off her, So makeup on fleek.
Yes, absolutely. Makeup looked immaculate. But a quick question here. This is something you and I have talked about watching some other music videos, but I want to ask the question here. Does she have the confidence of a front woman? Because again, you and I have had this discussion. We've seen some other pretty big acts.
Yeah.
It looks like it's their first video. Now, obviously, this is their 4th album, so it's probably
Right.
not the first time she's ever been on camera. But
No,
does she have that confidence or that presence of, and obviously, again, electronic band, but that presence of, I'm a rock star, I'm owning this. This camera is mine. You know
what?
are looking at me.
I love that question, and I would love for you to keep asking that question, because I think the answer to that for this video by Nightclub is yes. She absolutely killed it. She absolutely has that confidence, that dance. She doesn't give a shit. You know, that is the making of a Frontwoman, and I think she did amazing at this video.
I think especially on the scene where she was, twirling around with the barbed wire crown.
Right.
She had that presence of, I am the center of attention. Everyone is looking at me, and you should be.
Right. Yeah. No, I definitely, 100% I agree. I think she did a damn good job. Beyond that, I mean, I guess that kind of ties into performance. You know what I mean? She captured our attention. She held our attention, and you could feel her presence. With all that said, I mean, she really reminds me of what I would consider, like newer players. What's that? We've done the video. You could probably find it here. But yeah, I did it. But you could probably find the video here. What was that song that we were just jamming to the other day? God, there's so many musicians in my head. I can't
Was it
keep
the
up.
Lyric Noel one?
Lyric Noel, yes.
Yes.
Lyric Noel, Cry Little Sister. She had that, and you can find it here. But she had that that feeling of like, I'm a rock star. I'm the center of the stage. Hear me roar, and I feel the same way with
Quickly looks up her name.
Emily Kavanaugh. Yeah, like Emily Kavanaugh, I feel the same way with her. I feel like if she keeps, I mean, again, 4th studio album since 2012, they've been around for more than a decade. Keep on pushing at it, and maybe she enters. I mean, she's already been #1 on the charts.
Yeah,
her and Mark, but keep pushing at it, and I don't see why not. To see excelling stars here.
Yeah, definitely someone to watch going forward.
Yeah. You got anything else to add?
No, like I said, I just have a feeling over the next week or so, I'm going to find myself. Yeah, I have a feeling this might sneak its way onto my Spotify just because it's, again, as we said, we're mainly metalheads, so this is definitely out of our wheelhouse, but something tells me this might find its way.
Yeah. And this is just, because not only just because we run this little show of ours, but it's I like to listen to new music, so I will be listening to this on Spotify. It will be at the top of my playlist, my songs, because that's where all the newest ones go. And whenever I get into the car and I say, "Hey Siri, don't say anything," like play my songs, it plays it from the top. And so I'm definitely going to be listening to Barbwire Kiss more and more in the coming weeks, and we hope that you listen to Barbwire Kiss and go support them and go subscribe to them. And while you're out there subscribing to them, subscribe to us. We humbly ask that you hit that like button, that you share this video, and that you love us so much that you decide to hit the subscribe button. It is not a big deal to a lot of people who are watching content on YouTube, but it is a huge deal to the content creators. We don't get a lot of time to get together and do these videos, and we want to keep pushing these out. You know what I mean? So if you can, please subscribe, comment, do your thing.
Yes. And be sure to follow us on social media. Tell us what you'd like to see in a future video, and let us know what you thought about this video in the comments section below. All of our links will be provided in the description below. So until the next video, stay gothic, YouTube.